Hello, everybody. This is Jankrat here to introduce me, Jankrat, and Jankrat will be providing commentary on the game DC Dark Legion's Guardian Challenge, and will be joined by a player by the name of Flash, who is the leader of the league Speed, the number one most powerful league on the number one launch server, Earth 206, in the game DC Dark Legion. I am providing this quick disclosure that while at the time that this video was recorded, I was with Speed's opponents, PRC, the number two on Earth 206. I did several days later leave PRC for Speed. I just wanted to add that there was no premeditation to that. There was no intention of even making that move at the time that this video was recorded. There was nothing Machiavellian about it. It was just a move to suit my needs as a player and make the game fun for me the way that it ought to be. So without any further ado, here is me enjoying a conversation and battle strategy on the Guardian Challenge with the leader of my current league, Speed, by the name of Flash. Thank you. Hello, everybody. I am Jankrat. I am the number two, actually, I'll be the number three officer of the number two league in DC Dark Legion. We are known as PRC, and we are here today with our opponent, Flash, the leader of SPD, also known as Speed. Flash, would you like to say hi?
Yep. Good morning. Just here hanging out, playing some Guardian with the number two. Guardians for us are pretty
Intense.
pretty easy whenever we don't play each other. So this is probably the second time we've ever played. So it's an actual Guardian this time, I guess.
Yeah. And it's. I mean, I'm super tense about it. I love everything that I'm seeing flying around. This is the biggest event I think we've had since our server launched.
Yeah, that first time we played, it was like 2 a.m. and I overslept. So I'm actually on this time.
I mean, but like, to be honest, that is so in character for Barry Allen's Flash to show up 40 minutes late and then just blast through everybody in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, at least you were on brand.
Yeah, exactly.
So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about today would be preparing your account for the Guardian Challenge, and I'd like to know what it is that you do with your account to get prepped.
Yeah, so I think for a Guardian that you're actually going to be competitive in, I think it's important to set up your teams almost as in like 3v3 style. So you have like a full-on team and healer and everything like that. Because
Right.
I think some of these battles are like auto-battled as if it was, like a real brawl or something. So try to just build them out with actual team comps and make sure everyone's items are equipped properly.
Yeah, I think the only thing about that is that when you're setting up that way, you can't actually mimic your brawl comp or your 3v3 comp perfectly unless you actually manually enter them every single time. Otherwise, whenever you form your squads, it just sends whoever's the strongest.
Or you just click on the little horse icon.
Yeah, I was just drawing the distinction because I think some people don't actually know that that is an option.
Mm-hmm.
Like to try and be a little bit informative here because I think this is probably the most confusing game mode for people in DC Dark Legion.
Yeah,
It's
it's definitely just a lot of clicking.
Yeah, and it's very fast paced. It's very complicated. The scoring can be very strange if you don't know what's going on, and you've got to watch those timers. They're so hyper important.
Yeah, definitely. I think too that just making sure that you have someone back at the base ready to send out for when those timers do open so that you're not caught off guard.
Yeah, you can't get caught sleeping. You don't want to have like. There's no reason to leave your flight on a production building for a minute while Marquette is opening in 30 seconds. You're just damaging yourself. You just call it back, give up the productive building, and move on.
I have seen too where you're dealing with like characters that are actually dying and they have stamina.
Yep.
So they say not to just auto send out random teams sometimes and actually wait for like your strongest team to actually come back alive.
Yeah, if you click the squad button in the bottom right, it will pull up all of your squads, and it will it'll let you know who's out and what their timer is.
Mm-hmm.
Again, often here I'm assuming information that you know, but we may not know in general.
Right, right. Hmm.
I'm sure Kid Flash knows. So for myself, the way to prepare for the Guardian Challenge is to hoard. It is to hoard like crazy and just try and dump it all out into my characters in the hours leading up to the challenge. I really like to disguise my numbers. That's a big. I call it the Goku and Vegeta thing. I'm sure I've told you about it a million times, but I love the Goku and Vegeta relationship because I think we do make each other better through competition. But B, I think that like Saiyan power hiding until it benefits you is something that's very emblematic of this game.
Hmm.
I was a little slow on my guys. I have a little bit of recovery.
Yeah, the cities opened up. I did like hit auto on some people during the first like set of just productive buildings.
Yep.
I think I have to just like wait for people to come back alive.
Mm-hmm. And see, so my strategy is different from yours on this. I do the auto battle, but what I do is I check my power rankings so I know who all is going to be in what group as I send them out in order,
Mm,
and then I just equip them accordingly.
mm, mm.
So that way, I remember if I need to take a building that's really important, I can send out squad two because that's where I'm hiding my heavy hitters right now, or that kind of thing.
Right.
Let me see. Gear. What do you think? The gear meta, the legacy pieces, is very strange in this game. I would like to see it more fleshed out personally. I know that the devs have plans for that, and I'm super excited about it. Have you got any thoughts on who needs what equipment, especially for this? Like for me, I do make some changes. I'll move Gabriel's horn. Isn't that the health and attack one?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll move that around for the Guardian Challenge to the appropriate characters, and it's not exactly the same as my Brawler 3v3 meta. That's for sure.
Right. Hmm. I do kind of move it around. I mean, whenever you're doing a lot of the
Oops.
training simulator, kind of play around with what works and like what situations. So you do get familiar with them a lot. I do think that whenever you're building the team comps, you kind of just have to go off of if someone's like the only tank, they might need a tankier item, or if you have two tanks, you might be able to put one of the damage pieces on them,
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
balance it all out.
Balancing your tanks and your healers is probably the most important part of the gear because I think they're perhaps the most underfed.
Hmm.
The DPS there's more of them obviously of those general DPS characters, so there's quite a lot more legacy pieces. But the things they've been adding slowly now are healing stabs, saves, and whatnot. So they're aware of it, and you can see them course correcting.
Hmm.
It's like
I
with Martian Manhunter. The meta needs another healer, and he's going to be that healer, I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
Right, yeah, no. So I guess the main healer teams would be you have the Green Lantern, the Ivy, and then after that, it's pretty much if you're building up Raven, getting ready for the JLT stuff,
Yeah. Yep.
and then after that, you're kind of just. I think that's it right now, right?
I mean, I'm going Bat Fam, so I'm waiting for Nightwing.
Does Batgirl heal?
She does not heal. She's more like Vixen in that she's more of a buff and debuff character. So
Mm-hmm.
she's a support, not a healer. And I think that it really bothers me because there's that circular role I can't remember the name of where I really feel like she should be. But then if they move her to that pool, the unfortunate truth is there would be like two or three main healers left in the main heal pools. And that's extremely unfortunate because that's there are characters in the game like Batgirl that I feel like could easily have just been main healers, and I feel like there are DPS that could have run more as support.
Yeah.
I think
Hmm.
Red Robin would have been a great support character instead of or not Red Robin, Red Hood, instead of a DPS. Okay, we've got several people. Look at Hamilton. This is the bug I'm talking about, the standby bug.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
stuck in standby, so I'm going to click my plane here if I can make it work. I might even have to go into my squad list and locate the one that's sitting in standby that way. Hit the details on it, or hit locate. Should be able to click it normally, and that knocks you out of it. But I think I'm. I think it's because I'm on a mouse that I'm not able to right now. I don't want to recall it because I want to actually clear it so people can see that happen. I'm gonna try with Green Lantern. I don't even know where that. Where what? That's
See your plane leaving now. Maybe we just took it out.
that's potentially. Let me get back up there to the corner. Of course, one of your people might have just seen me sitting there and just decided to snipe me out for some quick easy points.
Hmm.
I would say my one criticism is moving around the map while accidentally clicking so many things is very painful for me.
Right. Hmm. Yeah. So there is 9 towns, one city. I mean, pretty much whoever holds 5 or more at this point, but then the city is about to open up.
Yep. We'll see if that standby bug pops up again and I can clear. I saw the little icon above my head or my plane. It was a little like a piece of notebook paper. So I know the battle report was there. I just had to make it trigger.
What do you click again?
You should. The last time we did this, all you had to do was click the actual ship itself. You would click locate, and then click the ship, or hit locate and then hit details. But neither of those are. None of that's worked for me on Hamilton there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, same thing for me at Hamilton.
Yeah, have you given it a shot? Can you click your craft at all?
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to do, but it wouldn't let me click it.
Did you try going to the details panel?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I think maybe they tried to fix it and might have accidentally reinforced it because the problem is that those cards for the after battle reports were bugging out. Even when you watched them, there was a chance they would lock and you would have to restart the game. But it would at least your guy would be in garrison, your plane would be in garrison when you got back.
Mm-hmm.